News 8 starts now.
We begin at 5 with iTeam8 and the question of what evidence investigators have on the Delphi murder suspect, Richard Allen. Allen's lawyers want prosecutors to hand over everything.
And they're planning to make their case to the judge Friday morning. iTeam8's Richard Essex is following this case for us.
Richard Allen's lawyers want the names of every person that have talked to police about this case. They want every single police report that has been filed on this case. His court-appointed lawyers have the green light to hire a private investigator, and the 7-page filing is the roadmap they plan to use for his defense. The 7-page filing is the first step in the discovery phase of this case. Allen's lawyers are looking for the names of confidential informants, all phone records, witness statements, whether there was any electronic surveillance or recordings. Ken Eastwood, the Boone County prosecutor, says this is fairly standard.
My experiences in a major investigation such as this, the sheer volume of stuff you're putting together is going to take some time.
After 4.5 years, investigators had not named a suspect or person of interest for the 2017 murders of Abby and Libby. Richard Allen became a person of interest after investigators went through previous interviews. At the time, police had received almost 20,000 tips and conducted close to 500 interviews. They discovered that Allen had told police in 2017, just days after the murders, that he had been on the Monon Trail the day the girls were murdered. Allen's lawyers want the names and addresses of everyone who offered relevant information to this case.
As a prosecutor, we are required by law to give to the defense anything that we intend to use at trial and anything that tends to show that the defendant didn't commit the crime.
Police released 3 seconds of cell phone video and audio of the person they believe murdered the girls. What else is on that recording? Are other people in the area? Did people come forward with Allen's name? The filing is asking for all the evidence collected about Allen to be turned over.
But as a prosecutor, generally, you give pretty much everything unless it's work product.
If the Carroll County prosecutor holds back information or evidence that he believes is not relevant to Allen and then tries to introduce it later at the trial, there's a good chance the judge would not allow it.
Because the last thing you want to do is say, hey, oh, now this is relevant. Now I want to use it in trial. Here it is for the first time. You don't, and the judge could easily say, you're not going to be able to use that. So what'll happen, so as prosecutors, you don't want to play that game.
Richard Allen and his court-appointed lawyers are expected to be in the Carroll County Courthouse Friday at 10 o'clock. In Indianapolis, Richard Essex, Switch TV, iTeam8.